Today we're making one of my favorite bites in barbecue, pork belly burn ends. Super easy to make and they don't take that long, so it's perfect for a football Sunday. Here's how I do it. To make about a half tray of pork belly burn ends, I start off with 4 or 5 pounds of pork belly. I cut the pork belly into about 1-inch thick strips, and then I cut each of those into about 1-inch cubes. Season the pork belly bites with any of your favorite barbecue rubs. I did not use a binder here, but you can use yellow mustard, hot sauce, olive oil, anything you want. You can throw these things directly on the smoker. I just find it easier to use a wire rack. It's easier to get them on and get them off the smoker. If you decide to use a wire rack, I recommend hitting it with a little bit of Pam or oil or something like that so the pork does not stick to it. I'm throwing these on at 250. I don't care in this cook if it's between 250 and 275. I usually do 4 hours of smoke. I don't like the really fatty bites. I like them to be nice and crispy. So I'll take them 3.5, 4 hours. I'll check them, and if they're the consistency that I like, then I'll throw them into a foil pan and sauce them a little bit. Not doing butter, I'm not doing brown sugar. There's plenty of fat in these that you don't need to be adding pads of butter in on the cook. 2-hour check-in here. See how we're looking. A little over 250, which I'm fine with. Looking good for 2 hours. We're exactly 3 hours in on this cook. Let's see what we're looking at here. These are starting to look good. Again, like I explained before, I really like crispier pork belly. So I'm gonna probably go another 30, 45 minutes on this. Most people would have probably already wrapped before this. So what I'm looking for right here on this pork belly, so like this one, still a little like spongy, rubbery fat on top. I'm gonna bring it just a little bit further. Let that crisp up so it looks more like this one here. So throw some more wood on and check back in another 30, 45 minutes. Losing daylight here as usual. 3 hours and 40 minutes into the cook, and we're ready to wrap. You can see these have a nice mahogany color from the smoke. Decent amount of the fat has rendered off, and they're looking nice and crispy. That's about the doneness I'm looking for before I wrap. It's a personal preference of mine not to use the butter, brown sugar, syrup, things like that in the wrap. Bottom line is there's no wrong way to do it. I'm hitting these with cherry bomb barbecue sauce from PS Seasonings. Stuff's very good. And then I'm just lightly tossing them with some tongs. Just be careful you don't break them if you use the tongs like I did. All covered up, the foil pan goes right back on the smoker. Let them steam, let them braise in that foil pan. All right, so the only thing that you guys missed is that after about 30 minutes in the wrap in the foil pan, I just took the foil off and I let it cook for another 15, 20 minutes just to let the sauce tack up a little bit. So here's how we're looking. Oh yeah. These are my favorite. I wish you could smell the smell I smell when I opened up the smoker. Brought these inside, let them cool for about 5-10 minutes, and then I threw them into a bowl. These came out exactly how I wanted them to. Saucy, sticky, tender, delicious. These are a very easy cook and an absolute crowd pleaser. Bring them to your next tailgate, your next party, and people will be asking you for the recipe, I guarantee you. Pork belly burnt ends are a food item that you absolutely cannot replicate without a smoker. That's why I love barbecue.